My name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the police officers that Ramsipile referred to Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Yes, the police officers that he referred to. My thoughts when it comes to that. Who are the police officers that Ramsipile says he wants to invite inside the courtroom? Let's talk about that because I have my suspicions. I don't know for sure. I'm just saying that I have my suspicions. Now, here we have three police officers that I think, three. Let's talk about the three first, and then we'll add other names later. But let's talk about the three. Number one, we have General Sheban, right? General Sheban, why would he be called in the courtroom? For me, General Sheban could be the damage control witness who breaks the Zungu Foundation, but legally the defense will need, the defense must prove it through admissible testimony, not some suspicion, right? Based on what we know, Constable Zungu puts they are placed the accused 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 at Basutu Hostel. He's linking them with that name. And he also links them to the murder narrative, which later defense witnesses challenged his version and called it lies. Abo Makosonke, Nabo Kwabini, Nabo Absolute. They called it lies. Fine. And mind you, all those three names, they are Zungu people. They are his family, Constable Zungu's family. His father, his brothers, etc. Yes. Now, why would Lishebane would matter? Why Lishebane matters? If Lishebane comes and says, Zungu came to me with information, but when we tested it with General Sibiya and warrant officer Makubo, it did not make sense. Now, the defense can argue the state did not build the case from reliable intelligence. It built it from a contaminated narrative. Now, why do I think that these three gents will be one of the officers? Firstly, Uzungu claims that he had a car, and this car, Makosonke and Kwabini refers to it, and this was 2017, not 2014, mind you. And now, if Lishebane comes and says, yes, he came to me with information, and when he came with this information to me, I trusted him. I gave him a car to continue with his investigations. That was me as Ulisheban. And he will put his reasoning behind that. Those are my thoughts. And then he says, when he came back now with this investigation, that's when I was like, let me call General Sibiya so that he can listen for me, so that we can hear what this young man is saying. When we sat down and listened to this, Sibiya said, hang on, I know someone who arrested accused number 5. Let's call that person. They call Makubo now, who arrested accused number 5, because perhaps there were details that needed verification there. And the only person who could verify those details was Makubo. When Makubo was called, he was like, when did you see accused number 5? He says, now. He said January or whenever here in Tembisa. And Makubo is like, this January of 2017? And this guy is saying yes. And he's like, wait, I'm sure he took out his phone and was like, this accused number 5, this one, you mean this guy? And Constable Zungu is like, yes. And then Makubo was like, no, man, no ways, that's not true. You're saying in January 2017? He says yes. And he is sure when he does that. Mind you, in the office, there is Makubo, there is Leshebane, there is Sibiya. And then Makubo is like, no, that can't be right, because accused number 5 is in jail since August last year, which is 2016. So if you are going to say that you saw him, I arrested him, and he is in prison, Alagabusha prison in KZN, you are saying you saw him here outside, there's no way. Now, we need that full conversation because we never really got that conversation. There are details that are going to come out of Ules Shabani. There is something that is going to be said by Usibiya self, and Usibiya Yena does not only and there Usibiya is going to take us to 2014 when he was called in. and then he's going to tell us what he found, what he saw, and what time was he there. Do you understand that? Now, it's going to go back to the crime scene because CBI needs to explain what did he see and then what happened. So if CBI is going to say, and then I called Makubo, Umakubo is going to say, now when I arrived there, I did not see any entry of any somebody. When I interviewed the eyewitnesses, this is what I could see. They lied. Now, going back to the Gloricop meeting. Now, when you go back to the Gloricop meeting, after CBI gives his account for Gloricop, imagine him also being taken through 2014, 26th of October. And then we go to Makubo. He gives his own account. Now, you see all three of them are going to say something that corroborates about 2019 March when Zungu appeared in front of Lishebane, and they will give us details that are going to deal with the version or the narrative of Zungu. I think that is where Ramsipile is coming at. That is where he is gunning for. That's what he is gunning for, to show ukuthi le case ayikaze yabakho. Le narrative i-manufactured. That is what Ramsipile is trying to do there. That is what I understand him to be doing. I don't know about you. I want to hear from you. And the other people that may be called, but I don't see how, is the person that said in Parliament, Utibelo Musikili, is that so? I'm not sure about the name, but that lady that said, I called General CBI into the crime scene. Perhaps she must come and explain what does she mean about that. But I'm not sure if she would be called. But these three, I'm suspicious because I do not see anyone from the team Yabo Gininda or anyone who was present when Abontanzi were being investigated, coming forward to say, Untanzi is right, this is what happened. I don't see that happening. I honestly don't see that happening. But Anditi, we are trying to figure out what's going on. So those are the police officers that I think will come, and that is how they will assist when it comes to this. And also, this situation will help accused number 1 and 2 because Zungu's evidence is not just background. It touches the alleged investigative breakthrough, identity, arrest, and later confession routes. Now, the chain Ramsipile may be building. The defense may be trying to show this sequence. Zungu gives information. Lishabane doubts it. CBI is brought in. Makubo is brought in because he knew the 2014 crime scene reconstruction. Makubo contradicts Zungu. Police later continue using Zungu's type information anyway. If that is proven, the questions become, why did investigators still rely on a version that senior officers allegedly already suspected was false? That becomes powerful for the defense because it attacks the foundation, not just one witness. Now, how it helps accused 1 and 2, for accused 1 and 2, it can support these arguments. The arrest may have flowed from unreliable or manufactured information. The confessions may have happened after an investigation already contaminated by a false theory. Zungu's version may have been used to fit accused number 1 and 2 into case after the fact. The court may be cautious about accepting confessions if the surrounding investigation looks polluted by pressure, coercion, or narrative building. Under Section 217 of the Criminal Procedure Act, a confession must be shown to have been made freely, voluntarily, in sound and sober senses, and without undue influence. Section 35 of the Constitution also protects arrested and accused persons, including fair trial rights and exclusion of rights violating evidence where admission would make the trial unfair. Now, what the court may process, what court process may happen, the defense can subpoena Ulishebane, Usibia, and Makubo. Also, Section 186 of Criminal Procedure Act allows the court to subpoena a witness at any stage and says the court shall do so if that evidence appears essential to a just decision. Public is expecting Judge Rota to do right by this information. Because right now, where we are standing, we are waiting to see if Leshebane, Sibia, Makubo all damages Zungu, the defense can say, my lord, this was not an investigation. This was a theory searching for evidence. That does not automatically acquit the accused, but it creates reasonable doubt if the state case depends on Zungu as the bridge between accused, the 2014 scene, the arrest, and the confession. The biggest danger for the state is this. If Zungu collapses, the court may start asking whether the confessions are standing alone because the independent foundation beneath them has failed. And where we are, these things have failed, guys. The things have failed. So what are your thoughts when it comes to that? That is me analyzing and thinking about Makubo, Sibiya, Lishebane. That is how they could be the officers that Ramsipile might subpoena to court. What are your thoughts? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.